to the Voltron show, motherfucker. I'm fucking little, but I gotta pack a punch. Man, in this motherfucker. Man. How dare you listen to him? He knows nothing about metal. This is my show. You see this? Champion of metal. That's right. This is the first show, the inaugural show, the show you've been waiting for, the show you've seen worldwide. Everybody been talking about it within a 2-mile radius. Well, that's something. Either way it goes, this is ytirous Metal Bash. This is Thomas Pope, 33-year-old, Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised, but not proud. Anyway, metalhead, I came up with the concept of talking about metal through YouTube. I figured I'd start off the first initial shot, but next week, that's right, next week, I want you guys to come out with new things for me to listen to so I can cover them on the next show. So, the way you do that is you hit me up at Thomas A. Pope. That's Thomas A. Pope, lowercase letters, at hotmail.com. Make sure you leave your suggestions there. I'll research them through the week. I'll get them through. I'll process them through the brain. I'll try to make sure that I'm not too possessed by demons to, really concentrate and get that music out there. But I'll make sure that you are heard. Because this show is about y'all. I'm not getting paid for it. It's free. I have nothing to do with my time. I could be masturbating to pornos and things of that nature like everybody else does on the internet. But anyway, that's not what it's about. It's not about catching carpal tunnel by doing the herky-jerky. This is about metal. Today I'm going to cover 3 of my favorite groups. That's right. 1, 2, 3. 3. Yeah, I did that like the rock there. Y'all like that, didn't you? 3 of my favorite metal groups. Uno, dos. What the hell comes after dos? I've been fighting with this for... Oh, okay. Pizza. Uno, dos, pizza. 3 of my favorite groups. Today we're going to cover 2 metal. And that's right. Remember in the commercial I said I cover techno. There's nothing wrong with men covering techno, as long as they're not wearing big hoop earrings and tight spandex, pink pants. Then there's a problem. Not say I don't like your lifestyle. Either way it goes, because I don't want to get in trouble with the FCC or whoever the fuck watches over this shit. I just want to get it at you. We're covering one of my favorite drum and bass groups of all time today. Now, the first group that we're going to talk about is Fear My Thoughts. I have them tattooed on my arm. But let me tell you what sucks. As soon as I get the tattoo on my arm, Fear My Thoughts breaks up. But that still doesn't leave them no less great. Fear My Thoughts started in Rheinfeld, Germany in 1998. Martin Van Ockel was the lead singer then. The last album, which is Isolation, came out in 2008. Martin Van Ockel did not do because he wanted to be with his family. Much respect to that. But I digress. Even though Fear My Thoughts have gone through the changes, their music has always progressed to be better. Now, they have 9 releases altogether. Some of them aren't available in America, but the ones that are classics. It starts with The Great Collapse. The Great Collapse was their first American album that was really raw, true, and gritty. Sounded like somebody recorded in their back garage, but hey, we loved it. Rain was one of those great hits off of there that actually made a video for. You can actually look it up on YouTube. And you'll laugh at the video, but the great part about Rain is the piano solo at the very end. I guarantee you'll love it. They moved on to Hell Sweet Hell, which made them even more famous. Their aggro metal attempts at melodic death metal, which everybody says melodic death metal is soft. No, it's not. It's one of the most beautiful art forms. You say it to my face, I'll set your feet on fire. Told y'all doing the commercial. I ain't playing. Yeah, anyway. Hell Sweet Hell is a very, very deep journey into the group's growing chord process. They actually switched out one of the guitar players for this album, and it ended up being a great album. But Volcanus is the one that made everyone know who they were. Volcanus came out in 2005 with great hits like Culture of Fear, Blankness, This was to put the CD in your car, put the pedal to the metal, and run over a whole bunch of kids, dogs, and small animals. Except for deers. Deers will fuck your car up. I learned that firsthand. Can't run over the deers playing Fear My Thoughts. You're not invincible. But it was one of those great albums that gave you that great mood, that great rush. It was an adrenaline rush album. Even the slow cuts make you want to go out and punch somebody in the damn face. That's good metal. The last album, Isolation, was more of a tribute to how the band actually grew and finally matured into something great. And I guess that's why they stopped. I guess they figured they couldn't make anything better. But Isolation holds the greatest hit of all, which is Through the Eyes of a God. That's a slow cut, but it smacks you in the face and lets you realize they are men, you are boys, go stand in the fucking corner. Fear My Thoughts is one of the groups I recommend to anybody that's getting into metal. It's a great entry-level group. It's a great beginner group. You'll love them. They can actually sing and scream. Which leads me to a group that can just flat out sing. That's right. We're going to talk about you, the pride of Austria, and the pride of a very special place overseas in Europe, Mercenary. Now, Mercenary's been around since 1991. They were the brainchild of Henry Cross Anderson. Try saying that 5 times fast. This guy put together a group and put the idea of mixing Beethoven with metal. He's one of the first. And I thank God for it because it is a great mix of melodic death metal. Now, melodic death metal is something that has a melody. It explains itself. The groups usually have great singers. Singers that can belt out the tunes. Singers that can belt out the emotion. Singers that can belt out this belt upside your head. Because I'm coming for you, LeBron. That's right. I need my Wheaties. I'm taking my steroid. Okay. Not taking steroids. But Mercenary is definitely one of those groups that will make you acknowledge them. Now, they altogether have 6 releases. Most of them that's overseas, not available in America. But the last 4 are. The Hours That Remain is one of my favorite albums because The Hours That Remain has Year to Play and a couple of great cruising hits that, once again, if you put it in your car, you're going to want to speed, go fast, and fight. It's one of the greatest albums ever made from Germany. It's won a couple of awards here, and it's one of the best things that you can listen to. Now, their next hit, the next album, was Art of Lies. Art of Lies have hits like Isolation, Execution, and The Evil That Bleeds. 3 great songs that shows that melodic death metal can not only be beautiful, but powerful, which gives them the great listing of a power metal band. Mercenary is one of the greatest bands that you can listen to and have emotion with. All of their albums take you on an emotional journey of what the group has been through as it matures. I recommend Mercenary also to entry-level, beginning listening metal people. I guarantee you'll be a fan. Now, before we get to the last band, I actually need to take a drink. And this is, of course, a promotion. I'm hoping Arbor Mist pays me. Arbor Mist, baby. This is what it's about. Yeah, we're drinking live on the show. I don't know if we're going to drink this. It's kind of dusty. But, you know, I was trying to do a show here, and most of my props ain't here. And I don't appreciate this shit. I paid $2 for my props to be here, and I don't have none of my props. All I got is this stupid ass belt. People gonna look at me like I'm gay. Okay? This is not funny. Not funny at all. Either way it goes. I guess you gotta get back to the show, huh? Alright. You sure, Voltron? You sure? Voltron wants to do the announcement of the next group, so I'm gonna let him do it. What up? I'm V-Tron. I'm from the Cybertron or whatever the fuck. Shut up. Next group that we're gonna cover is a very, very special group of mine. I discovered this group when I was going through a very, very tumultuous moment in my life. Their name is Pendulum. Pendulum is the, and I'm gonna repeat, the greatest musical band on earth. Period. Pendulum only has 3 releases: Hold Your Colors, Immersion, and In Silico. Pendulum is actually playing in the background. That's what that is. It's actually Hold Your Color and Tarantula. 2 good songs off their first album. Their first album was featuring all sorts of commercials, all sorts of things. I'm pretty sure you can find videos from online at YouTube. And you will listen to them and you will love them. I guarantee it, because I love them. The next album that they came out with was In Silico. Again, came out in 2008. Everybody's heard of them. They've been in every movie that you can think of. They even were on Verizon commercials. They were every fucking where. Even in your race car games. Forza Motorsport. All sorts of things. You heard of them. If you haven't, you suck monkey balls. Either way it goes, In Silico had great hits like Propane Nightmares and all that good stuff. Granted, hey, and also 9,000 Miles. One of my favorites. Pendulum also progresses as they go along. They started off a real heavy hip-hop, reggae, trip-hop band within drums and bass. Went on to moving into metal and tech metal, which makes them a perfect fit because most of their vocals are dead spot on. Most of their albums are dead spot on. And we moved to Immersion, which came out last year in 2010. Immersion had great songs, mood changers. They switch you from being happy to sad, like you were bipolar and like you needed drugs. That's why I love Immersion. Immersion has great hits like Witchcraft. They have great hits like, the whole album's great. Vulture. You got a whole bunch of things on there that you can listen to. Trust me, you'll love Pendulum. They're my favorite band. And that's the last band we're going to talk about this week. I want to thank you for listening to me for 10 minutes ranting on about my favorite groups. But remember, like I said, this is not about me. It's about you. So I want you guys to hop on that Hotmail account and light it up with all your musical recommendations so I can check them out so we can have a great show next week because I want to talk about your music. Because this show is about you. And once again, the way you get in contact with me, Thomas A. Pope at hotmail.com. That's lowercase letters, Thomas A. Pope, hotmail.com. I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to go defend my title up against my cat. And pretty soon, I'm going to try to play with some real pussy, I guess. So we're going to get this done. We're going to join together. We're going to share the music. We're going to be champions. And that's the bottom line. I'm not even going to go there. What I am going to tell you to do is live music, live free, stay with music. Without music, I have nothing to stand for. Good night, everybody. I'm out. Thanks a lot. Now, who's got the goddamn beer? I want some beer. I want some pizza. I want some shit. I want the best of the best. We're going to get it together. That show sucked. It's always going to suck. But we're here, baby. Let's make it. Das Hilda.